Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We got some stuff to talk about. First off, the streak is dead. Long live the streak. Ooh, fuckboy did a video without the streak. He lost it off camera, didn't even show us. We're having, this is the new computer. The save transferred over, the streak lived. That's all well and good and cool. But I am still having a serious video card issue. Which is causing like green pixels to show up on the screen. This will happen over the course of this video. Basically, I was in the middle of a run and then the green pixels showed up and I basically just lost the run while trying to troubleshoot the problem live. It seems like the present video card that I have might have a little bit of a VRAM malfunction, if that makes sense. Games in DirectX work totally fine. Games that use OpenGL, I'm not going to try to bore you too much here. Games that use OpenGL do not. They occasionally get this screen flicker, which usually gets worse as time goes on. I'm pretty sure what's happening is that my video card may be malfunction, need to be RMA'd. But if that's the case, we can just put in the old video card for now. It's going to be super shitty relative to the new one, but on the other hand, it's also going to work. So that's a trade-off that I think I could probably get away with for now. And hopefully, when it gets sorted out, it's all worth it. See, this is my way of saying, remember when you guys were mad about Skype? Remember when you guys were pissed off that Skype made my Rebirth game delay a little bit? Well, how do you feel about this, you fuckboys? Now you're gonna have to deal with these unbelievably annoying green pixels on the screen occasionally. It's not your fault, though. It's not really my fault either. It might be AMD's fault, which I hesitate to even say, because every time you say AMD, people are like, why didn't you get an NVIDIA? I know. Why didn't I get an NVIDIA? I was stupid. It wasn't a smart decision on my part. I can't stress enough, like, when I was playing it in the video that ended up being canned, there was like green pixels that showed up aligned to a grid on the screen, and then there was like a pattern that looked like it was spelling out a message, and I was like, oh, this is it. We've angered, Satan itself, and it is coming to get us. But I don't think that was it. I think actually it's a VRAM issue. DirectX and OpenGL apparently access VRAM differently. I didn't know this, and even though this computer has 4 gigabytes of fucking VRAM, which is like maybe twice as much as my old video card, and we're playing a game that, looks like it could have been made in 1995. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it's beautiful. Apparently that's the issue. I'm also noticing we're probably not going to be able to make it to boss rush, and now, like, all of his practice for boss rush turned out not to be a drill. He has 20 minutes before his video is cannibalized by enormous green scan lines. Okay, you know what? Stop talking about your freaking video artifact errors. The only artifacts I want to hear about are the kind being rescued by Indiana Jones that belong in a museum, okay? We are going to win, by the way, and I have not seen any green flickering. I can't tell you how excited this makes me as someone whose livelihood depends on playing this game. That's pretty good. That's some good news as far as I'm concerned. Hey, I'm walking here. Okay, that means next video will probably be plagued with them. But now, honestly, I'm almost thinking, are people actually going to be, like, displeased with me because there's no video artifacts? They're going to be like, you promised us bullshit video glitches. And I'm going to be, I'm sorry. Now I got to find out some way to manufacture them into the video in post. Northernlion's the only guy editing glitches into his videos just to appease his fan base. That's not true. This is the whole glitch core whatever.
The next day.
Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. You might be wondering, hey, why are you starting a run in the middle? That you freaking scumbag? Well, first off, maybe I can show the seed for once. LMD9VBKD. But also, I was getting the stupid video artifacting again on my graphics card. I'm not gonna bore you with my troubleshooting issues, but what I will say is there is a chance there'll be some green artifacting that shows up in this. There's also a chance that none shows up and you go, don't worry about it, NL, the problem isn't that big. I assure you the problem is enormous. It is a real problem. It just hasn't shown up on video here, which is funny, but again, I figured that I have to, oh, there you go. That's the issue that we are dealing with at present. You may be noticing some green artifacting showing up on the screen occasionally. It's pretty annoying, right? Yeah, it's pretty much representative of what my life has looked like for the past couple of days. I guess I owe AMD an apology, unless this is a second card which is bunk for exactly the same reasons. To make it better, we gotta turn tragedy into something that's not tragedy. I can't think of the word. It's like a chameleon? No, it's obviously comedy, because people are going to suggest that I don't know what comedy is, which has been suggested before. Do we need like a song like, hey, wait a minute, Mr. Green Man, get your pixels off of my screen, Mr. Green Man, wait and see. Could you make my screen clean so I can stop blaming AMD? It's not completely botching this rebirth run, and I could easily let myself botch this rebirth run by getting distracted by the, wait a minute, Mr. Green Man. Please, Mr. Green Man, go away. Literally a steaming pile of shit. I was like, I don't know, man. It's from the horror maestro, auteur of the genre, Guillermo del Toro. Oh, hello, Mr. Green Man. Nice to see you. You've decided to show up. You're the newest counterpart. You've moved in the broom closet between me and the troll engine to make your presence felt, huh? Very glad I took a look here. It is gonna slow down our rate of fire somewhat drastically. Now, Mr. Green Man, I'm not ready to leave the floor yet, Mr. Green Man. This isn't how I go. What are you drilling in my roof for? You repairing the roof? Surely it was fine before, Mr. Green Man. We're not ready for this yet. I'm not ready for my close-up. Mr. Green Man is like, he's fucking pissed right now. He's trying to spell out a message in the bottle there. Don't worry about it. I mean, you know, do worry about it if you have a tendency for, you know, photosensitivity or like epilepsy or epileptic seizures or anything like that. But apart from that, just learn to love it right now. This is a new HD filter that you don't see that much anymore. And we leave and it's okay. Amnesia. Speed down. Okay, I see how it is. We're gonna do it like this, and Mr. Green's gonna show up, and he's gonna say, "Hey, have you seen these pixels overlaid on the screen?" And I'm gonna say, "Yes, Mr. Green, I've seen the pixels overlaid on the screen." And he's gonna say, "Cool, but would you like to see them again?" And I said, "No, Mr. Green, we've all heard your pixels on the screen joke. It's not that good. Doesn't carry that well." But he's gonna do it anyway. Mr. Green Man has decided to take it out on me by flashing you guys with the green pixels. I'm very sorry that he feels the need to take that out on you. That's not very mature of him. As a specter that has been haunting me since time immemorial, you would expect that maybe he'd have a little bit more class than that. But I can't really speak for Mr. Green Man, you know? He does what he wants. He's the ghost of some fucking, rum runners or something like that. He doesn't give a shit about rules and regulations. It's not good for us to be low on HP, and Mr. Green Man has made his presence felt. He's getting increasingly close to exiting the machine and claiming mine and my family's life and then haunting this apartment forever. I'd like to avoid fulfilling that prophecy written in the Necronomicon, aka the Book of the Dead, if possible. So the only way to cleanse this evil spirit from within my RAM, fucking Corsair, fucking shitty RAM doesn't even work apparently. Fucking, what is this? Asus? And I think that's actually how it's pronounced. I used to call it Asus, but then people were like, actually it's a Swedish company, it's Jesus. Who fucking made Paradox? Paradox Europa Universalis 4 mousepad. Way to go, Paradox. Got the green lines on my screen thanks to you guys. Oh, there, yeah. Hey, maybe that was right. Okay, Mr. Green Man, blink once if Paradox sent you. Blink once if Alpaca Patrol sent you. It fucking blinked. It fucking blinked. Oh, Mr. Green Man really hates the mom fight. He's like super pissed off. I wonder if it's something to do... Like, the mom fight is where I've had problems with this before. It's almost like there's like a video filter on the mom fight or something. I want to point out, by the way, these don't show up for me. It only shows up on XSplit, and it also shows up on OBS. Shot him 32,000 times, Mr. Green Man says. You can't get rid of me that easily. You know, say what you will about Mr. Green Man. I think I still like him more than I like Mathis. That's a joke! And by fucking with it, did we actually just screw ourselves? We definitely angered the shit out of Mr. Green Man, I'll tell you that much. He is very displeased. And he's making his presence felt. Whenever he goes away, just everybody say, "Thank you, Mr. Green Man," and by when we say, "Thank you, Mr. Green Man," he doesn't come back right away.
The next day...
Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Rebirth, and say hello again to Mr. Green Man. Hey, Mr. Green Man, please bless this run. Don't provide too many pixelations. I'm just gonna, if we act like he's not even there, it's like he's not even there, but he's there. Oh, lordy, lordy. Look who's 40. Okay, those are not gonna be the secret rooms. No, thank you, Mr. Green, thank, Mr. Green Man. Thank you. This video is not sponsored by GreenMan Gaming. We had that on the last run, but we got it super... Oh, my lord. What in the world was that? Mr. GreenMan is quite irritated today. This one is a little bit poorly designed. Exclusively on hard mode, because you're so... Hello, Mr. GreenMan. You know what? I'm going to come in here. I want it to be extreme, but instead... Thank you, Mr. GreenMan. Thank you, Mr. GreenMan. Mr. Green... What is... Oh, and then there's like a freaking... like an electric coil or something. You see that? That was interesting. Hey, Kate, say hello to Mr. GreenMan. Mr. GreenMan is the ghost of my computer that makes pixels show up on the screen sometimes. I've turned my disability into a character so that we can all make fun of it and bond together.
Does it happen often?
Not that much. What? Do you see this? It's got a circle on it now. It's highlighting. It wants me to dig there. What is it, Mr. GreenMan? Timmy's stuck in the well? I don't know. Sometimes, some rooms it does that. Some rooms it has like an X. Some rooms it has a Y.
I think you're losing your mind.
What are you talking about? We can dispose of it together. As a couple.
Don't drag me into
As
this.
my wife for now
What have I done?
and forever. Till death do us part. Right, Mr. GreenMan? Right? Blink once if Kate's the problem. Oh!
Oh my God, it's blinking.
What is it, Mr. GreenMan? Poison her meatloaf? No, I couldn't possibly. But if you say so. Isaac's soul is still corrupt. He needs to be saved. I will do my best to save him, Mr. GreenMan.
I think you're just losing your mind.
Are you... Okay, as long as you're seeing those pixels, I'm not losing my mind. If you're not seeing those pixels, we gotta go see a doctor immediately. But if you're seeing those pixels, this is just me putting on a nice murder mystery show for myself here.
The next day.
Northernlion plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We have a run to continue, but I'm not going to continue it, and this is going to end our streak. How did that happen? Oh, it's a long story. I placed my old video card in my computer. Here's our seed, by the way. H68RGQQF. So I placed my old video card in our computer, and then I was like, sweet, no more video artifacts. We can say goodbye to Mr. GreenMan. Obviously not an ideal solution to spend a bunch of money on a video card and then have it not be able to work and you just use your old video card. But at least this allows me to work, right? While I wait for a solution to manifest itself, or I can at least, work in the day and then at night take some time to troubleshoot this instead of it cannibalizing my work PC. Instead, recorded 20 minutes, beat mom, get down to the womb, blue screen of death. Oh, fuck. So now we've freaking we've released, or not released, we've removed all the old drivers. And now we've re-added, hopefully, the proper drivers, and maybe that won't happen. Thank you, Mr. GreenMan.